So let's begin. Start sharing. Is it okay, Saurabh Prabhu? Is it visible? Hare Krishna.
No,
Saurabh
Mataji,
Prabhu,
no.
it's not
No.
visible, huh?
No.
Okay. Now is it visible?
Yes, Mataji.
So this is the Prabhupada Pranam mantra. Our usual start.
Mataji, one small thing I want to tell you. There is some background noise in your mic, I guess.
Is it?
Yes, Mataji, like air or something like that, like breeze coming onto it or
Okay,
something
then
like
give me 2 minutes. I'll change the room and I'll go without fan because there is no AC here. So
Oh,
probably I
no,
should.
no, Mataji, no, no, no. That is okay. So maybe is there a phone? Is it what is it called? Are you wearing a headphone
Yeah,
like me?
I am wearing. Maybe the mic is
Ah,
little awake.
perfect.
Is it better now?
Yes,
It's
perfect.
better. Okay, so
Yeah, yeah.
I'm holding the mic close to my mouth. Fine. So as
Now
you
there is
just
no disturbance.
okay, fine. I'll keep
Thank you.
holding then. So as you just saw, we as our routine, we just saw the screen of Prabhupada Pranam mantra, and we'll move on. So this was our Panchatattva mantra. And this was our Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today, for the benefit of everybody, let's start with understanding the Pranam mantra, because this, especially this session, this week 4, we have put in a lot of focus on chanting and what actually happens when we are doing the japa or when we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So let's take you through the next slide and we will see and understand what actually is the meaning of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So there are 3 prominent words in this mantra. We have Hare, Krishna and Rama. Okay, so now Rama and Krishna we know are both the names of Krishna himself. Rama, you can also consider it is Lord Ram. Rama also you can consider it is for Balram. Rama, you can also consider that it is somebody who gives pleasure to all of us, who gives supreme happiness to all of us. Actually, that is the actual name of the word Rama. That it brings us the topmost happiness. That is the meaning of this word. Then Krishna means the most attractive. There is nobody who's as attractive in this entire universe as Krishna. So that is the meaning of the word Krishna. And the word Hare, or also known as Hara, is actually the name of Srimati Radharani. Now, when we are chanting the Maha Mantra, we are actually addressing Radharani. We are calling out Srimati Radharani's name and we are trying to attract her attention. Let's see, I am sitting here and I'm trying to call out your name. So, like how a child, when the child is hungry, what does the child do? The child cries for mother's attention, right? Similarly, when we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we are trying to attract the attention of Srimati Radharani. Why are we trying to attract her attention? Because she is the one who is the closest to Lord Krishna. She is the one who is the highest devotee of Lord Krishna. There is nobody who is as high as Srimati Radharani. So when we are trying to approach Srimati Radharani directly, then if she takes mercy upon us, then she recommends our name to Krishna. Let's see, here is a very sincere person. Here is a very sincere devotee. You please have a look at this person. I'm recommending this person to you and this devotee to you, and please take mercy on this devotee. So when Srimati Radharani recommends our name to Krishna, then Krishna bestows all his mercy upon us. And Krishna reveals himself. Revealing means uh, we understand, the understanding of Krishna becomes very easy. It is not easy to understand the Supreme Lord because he is full of so many qualities. But when Krishna desires and when there is a mercy of Srimati Radharani, who is like a mother to us, then understanding of Krishna, understanding of Krishna consciousness becomes very, very easy. So that is why all the time we are stressing that whether you do any other ritual or not, whether you do any other reading or not, but one thing we should never leave daily is chanting. So chanting is a very, very important process. And this is actually the meaning that we are trying to attract, we are trying to call out Srimati Radharani so that she takes mercy upon us and she recommends our name to Lord Krishna, and then Lord Krishna takes mercy on us. So let's move on. So here you would have seen on the screen that you can see Mother Yashoda, no, sorry, not Mother Yashoda, Devaki and Vasudev, and they are in the jail, and Lord Vishnu himself comes and he takes the form of a small baby, and that is Lord Krishna. So how, what we are trying to explain here is that Krishna comes on his own will. We cannot command Krishna to come and take birth in this material world, but Krishna comes at his own will. And when does Krishna comes? Krishna comes when sin really increases so much that it is difficult for the good people to survive. So in the world we have good people and bad people, but when the number of bad people increases, then the good people start suffering. So when the sin increases and goodness decreases, that is the time when Lord takes birth in this material world. So talking about sin, talking about the sinful life. So currently we all are living in Kali Yuga, and there are some very, very specific things which are happening in Kali Yuga around us. So let's look at them in the next slide. So here there are many pictures, as you can see on the screen. that there is somebody who's actually having a human body, but he's behaving like an animal and he's killing a cow. Then there's another person who's murdering, who's committing another ghastly sin. Then there is, there are three people. You can see there are two women and one man, where although the man is married, but he is having an extramarital affair with another woman. So that is another sin which is very, very prevalent in today's time, right? And then there is intoxication. There is people who are drinking, they are consuming liquor. So these are very, very, these are just a very few. There are like around nowadays, Kali Yuga is full of sins around us, but these are I've just named a very few of them. So Kali Yuga is full of such things, and that is why Krishna comes, because it is very difficult for good people to survive nowadays. There is and people are eating, killing animals and eating them, having all kind of intoxication, killing each other, having relationships beyond marriage, even if they are married but they are not honest to their husband and wife, right? So this is actually a very, very, this is not very human kind of life. This is a very animal kind of life which people are living, and this is a very prominent feature of Kali Yuga. So past three sessions, you would have seen that we have been continuously trying to understand that there are different processes of meditating about Krishna. Actually, all the Vedas, all our Vedic scriptures tell us one important thing. I mean, of course, they give a lot of knowledge, but there is one thing which is very important, which all the scriptures talk, and that is meditating on the Supreme Lord Krishna. They would be giving a lot of knowledge, but this is one point which is common in all the Vedas. So, therefore, right from starting, so if you remember that in past classes, we have been studying about the different yugas, Treta, Dwapar, Satyug, and then Kalyug. So we have been past three classes, we have been very seriously reading about what is the quality of these yugas. But in all these four yugas, one very common thing is focusing. Whosoever is following, whosoever is living in these yugas, they are trying to meditate themselves on the Supreme Lord. So no matter what process they are following, but the main thing, main aim, main goal, main focus is Krishna. So if there's a quick recap, I'll do that. Whether it is Treta Yuga, where people used to live for hundreds and thousands of years, where their age was very long. At that time, they would simply meditate. They would, go to the forest and they would try to meditate on the Supreme Lord, and they would achieve perfection in that life. Then in the next yuga, there was sacrifices where people will perform havan, homa, and through those sacrifices people would achieve perfection. They would try to achieve Krishna. And in the next yuga, which is Satyug, it was elaborate temple worship, where would people, there will be deities in the temple, there will be idol in the temple, and people will be doing very, very elaborate worship. So we have discussed in our past classes that in current situation in Kali Yuga, all these three things are not possible, because one, in we don't have a long life. We don't live for such a long time that we can live for 10,000 years and we can understand Krishna. We cannot perform very big sacrifices, fire sacrifices. Why? Because people are not, we don't have that material available to us to perform tons of ghee and wood and all those homa material. And even the Brahmins also nowadays in Kali Yuga are not so pure. So those processes, then elaborate temple worship. So when you worshiping temple, Lord in the temple, there is so many things which you need to please the Lord. So as a normal person living life like you and me, family in a family life, it is not possible to do all that elaborate temple worship. So all these three things are not possible in this, in this yuga, because we are living in Kali Yuga, where our life is very short, and we are impure and we are full of so many defects. So what is recommended in Kali Yuga? To chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So as I said earlier, that whatever be the age, whatever be the process, the main aim is to chant, or is to concentrate, is to focus on the Supreme Lord. And because we are in Kali Yuga, no other process is effective except the name of Lord Krishna, because it is very simple. Just being in the comfort of your own home, you can chant and you can understand Krishna. So that is why in Kali Yuga, there is nothing which is more easy, more simple, yet more powerful than chanting of the Lord's name. So because Kali Yuga is such a sinful age, no other process is effective except taking name of the Lord. Now, coming back to the fact that although this process is recommended to us, and this process of chanting God, Lord's name is given to us in the scriptures. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came and recommended this process of chanting, so that we can perfect our life and we can go back to Krishna after completing this birth. Yet not everybody is doing it. Not everybody is trying to remember Krishna. In fact, most of us, 99% of us have forgotten Krishna. They don't, people nowadays, I have no interest in remembering Krishna. People have no interest in knowing about Krishna. So what is the reason? Why do you think we have forgotten Krishna? Let's look at it. We should share the slide again, and let's understand why all of us have forgotten the Supreme Lord. So from the scriptures, we understand that actually we all, each and every person present in this world, is all are Krishna conscious. There's not a single person in this world who is not Krishna conscious. Yet we have forgotten. So last class I had given the example of adulteration. So adulteration means mixing something pure with something impure. For example, milk. If you milk is there in the pure form, where the cow gives milk to us, it is available in milk pure form. But when by the time milk reaches us, somebody adds water into it, right? So that becomes impure. Similarly, when we come into this material world, our consciousness, our soul, it becomes impure. How? Because when we come in touch with this material world, there is so many attractions, there is so much of maya, there is so much of illusion, there's so many things present in this material world which distracts us. And when it distracts us, our consciousness becomes poor. How the milk quality becomes poor, similarly when we come into this material world, our consciousness also becomes poor, because when we come in contact with this material world. This material world is full of impurity. We come to this material world as a very pure soul, but the moment our soul comes in touch with the material world, it becomes impure. So do you understand that? So although we are born pure, like how a small baby, when a small baby is born, this child is so pure. The skin, the mind, his eyes, the heart, everything about the child is so pure, right? But slowly, as the child starts growing, he goes to school, he goes to, uh, starts interacting with different people. The, the child, as the child grows into an adult, he adopts all the bad qualities. Have you noticed that? The child, when born, is so pure and innocent, but the moment he starts growing in its material world, he becomes spoiled. Similarly, as human being, we also become spoiled when we come in touch with this material world. And when we come in touch with this material world, we forget Krishna. Because we get so attracted by this material world. There is so much of money, there is so much of power, there is so much of glamour, there is so many things happening around us, and which are so attractive that we forget Krishna. We forget that actually he is our original father, and this material world is very, very temporary. We come here, we live for some time, and we die. Yet we remain attracted to this material world. For example, last time I also had given an example of a father and a son. How much love and affection is there between father and son. But due to some reason, when the son grows up and when he goes away, there is so much of glamour, there is so much of attraction in this material world. There is money, there is power. There are so many attractive things that the son slowly moves away from the father and he forgets the father. Similarly, Krishna is our original father, and when we come into this material world, slowly we forget Krishna. As you can see in one picture, there are people who are partying. Then there is this beautiful city life, attractive buildings, lights. How the beautiful city life, people are drinking, people are enjoying, having parties. There is money, there is people are very rich. So all those things, when we come into this material world, we, because of getting attracted to those things, we forget our father, we forget Krishna. Now you may ask, what is the reason that why should Krishna, if we are always part of Krishna, if Krishna is our original father, why does he send us away from him? What is the reason that we are away from Krishna? Why can't we always live with Krishna? What is the need for creating this material world? We can always live happily with Krishna, right? Then why should we come here? Why should we take birth in this material world and suffer the whole life? So the reason for that is, my dear friends, that we as human beings, we have lots and lots of desires. I want this, I want that, I want everything. I want money, I want to have a beautiful house, I want a wonderful bank balance, I want a beautiful wife, I want to have wonderful children, I want to go to a foreign country, I want to travel. So there are endless desires, and somehow we are not happy with Krishna. When we are with our Father, when we are with Krishna, we are not happy with Him. And when we are happy, we become, we say that I am not happy, I want to go away from you. So Krishna says, okay, you want to enjoy away from me? Fine. I will create a separate house for you. You go and live there. And that is why, because it is our desire, it is our interest, it is our strong desire to enjoy separately from Krishna. We cannot enjoy with Krishna. So I want to enjoy away from Krishna. I don't want to live with Krishna, I want to live away from Krishna and enjoy. So Krishna says, okay, you are my child, you want to enjoy away from me, fine, I will give you a separate beautiful home, you go live there and enjoy. So it is because of our desire, it is because we have so many strong desires, so many strong wishes, that Krishna creates a separate home for us, and that home is this material world. So Krishna creates a separate world for us, and that is why we come here, we start enjoying, and then we forget Krishna. Although everything is provided by Krishna himself, everything is given to us in this material world, each and everything, each and every food particle that we eat, whatever money we have, whatever house we have, whatever clothes we wear, everything is provided by Krishna, yet we never remember him. We never are full of, we are having no gratitude for Krishna. We simply forget. Everything is provided by Krishna, and yet we forget him. It was our desire that we wanted to enjoy away from Krishna. He has provided us a beautiful home. He has provided us all the comforts, whatever we desired for, and yet we have forgotten him. Like I said, that how a son forgets father, similarly, when we come into this material world, we also forget Krishna.
Mataji, just give me 1 minute. I have to go and open the door. Someone's come home. They're knocking. Just 1 minute.
Yes, family. Sorry, my mic was off. Tell me.
1 minute, Mataji. Just opening the door, Mataji.
Ha
Someone
ha,
knocking.
sure, sure.
Mataji, I'm back. Thank you. Hello, Mataji.
Yes, I'll move on to the next slide. So is it clear? Are people able to understand?
Yes, yes,
Oh.
Mataji. All good.
So what is the reason that why we are forgetting Krishna? We have understood that because we get attracted to this material world and we forget Krishna. So what is the reason of this forgetfulness? So actually it is said that this material world is nothing but Maya. Now meaning of Maya is it is there, yet it is not true. It is said that this material world is actually a reflection of the spiritual world. Spiritual world is a true world and material world is just simply a reflection, or it is just like a a shadow of the material of the spiritual world. So this material world is temporary, but it is true. It is a true world. There is nothing wrong. It has been created by Krishna. Only thing about this material world is that it is temporary, and whatever it gives, whatever we desire for in this world is all temporary. So if we are struggling in this material world, we want to achieve something, we want to enjoy, we can enjoy, but our enjoyment is temporary. For example, I had given an example last time that if suppose a child wants moon, so can the mother give moon? So what does the mother do? Mother shows the reflection of the moon in the mirror. And the child tries to hold that reflection of the mirror. And the child becomes very happy that yes, I've got the moon. Similarly, this is our condition in this material world. We come into this material world, we think that this is the true world. We think this is the real world. We think that, oh yes, everything is true here. This is my body, this is my house, this is my family, this is my money, this is my bank balance. But everything here is not true. Everything is here is temporary. Just like that reflection of the moon, everything here is temporary. And where does the true world is? The true world is the spiritual world. True world is there where Krishna lives. And that is our purpose, that after this life, we should go back to our true world. We should not live here in this temporary world. We should go back to our permanent home. And our permanent home is in where Krishna lives. So this material world is considered to be not true because our body is temporary. We are living here in this world, but nothing belongs to me. Like for example, I am living in this body, which is with me for the whole life. But is my body permanent? The moment I die, my body will be taken away from me. Similarly, when I am not there, my family, my house, my money, my clothes, everything will be moved away from me. I will not be able to keep anything with me. So everything around me is temporary. That is why Krishna says that this is not, you wanted to enjoy, so I have sent you to a place you want to enjoy, you enjoy. But that is not the permanent place. Our soul is permanent, but the place where I'm sending you is not permanent. So we'll just move on. I'm just about to get discharged. My laptop is just about to get discharged. I'm frantically looking for. Adi Charlie. So is it clear, this concept of temporariness and why we forget Krishna? Are these things, I've tried to simplify it. So are these concepts clear? Okay, fine. Thank you. So how can we fight this temporary world? How can we live in this world? Now we are living in this world for, some people are having a long life of 70, 80 years, whereas some people will just die at 25 or 30 years old. But whatever duration we are present in this material world, how should we make sure that we don't fall prey to this Maya? We don't fall prey to the temporariness of this material world. What can we do that we don't become victim of this material world? We are living in this material world, but can we do something that we don't we don't get stressed out, we don't become bewildered is what the right word, I know, sorry Prabhu, if you can translate. Bewildered is confused or frustrated. What should we do that we don't get, because definitely we will fall sick, we will have diseases, we will get old, we will have all kind of tensions in our family life, we will have problems in our job. So these are all the things which will definitely we'll have to face. But what should we do that despite being living in this material world, yet we don't get confused, we don't get frustrated, we don't feel sad, we don't get anxiety? What should we do that I always remain happy? Now I have come into this material world. I have understood that yes, I have forgotten Krishna. I have understood all those things. I also understood that yes, this is a very, very temporary place, and this not, I should not be here permanently. I should go back to Krishna. But just knowing it won't help, right? I have to do something about it. So what is it that I should do something about it? So let's look at the slide again. So whenever we are in our family life, whenever we have some little tension, whenever we have stress, whenever we have fallen sick, what do you think we do? We turn towards our sons, our son and daughter, our husband, our wife, and we depend so much on them. We feel they are the ones who are going to help me in coming out of this miserable condition. At that time, we have to start trusting and depending completely on Krishna. And we should depend less, we should have less dependency on our friends and relatives. That is first thing you should do. We should, we should turn our focus from our, of course, there's definitely some bit of trust we have to do to our family, but we must remember that Krishna is my maintainer, Krishna is my proprietor, Krishna is everything. It is he who runs the whole world. So if I start depending and if I start trusting that yes, whatever is happening in my life, it is for my good. Whatever Krishna is doing for me, it is in my best interest. When I start trusting Krishna's decision, that is the time I will not be so frustrated in this material world. That is point number one, we must remember. Point number two, we should start sharing our joys and our sorrows with Krishna. So whenever you get a promotion, whenever your child is getting married, whom should you share your happiness with? You should share it with Krishna. And when there is something very terrible that has happened in your life, at that time, instead of cursing Krishna, instead of cursing God, we should say, okay, Krishna, whatever you have done is for my good. It is my previous karma that you have given me this punishment. Definitely, we will be suffering for some reason. But if we accept that, Krishna, whatever you have done, it is for my goodness, it is for my well-being. So even in our sorrows, if we share our sorrow, if we share our happiness with Krishna, and accept that whatever is happening in our life is for my good, then you have taken a second step towards Krishna, and then you will be not frustrated in your life because you have 100% surrendered to Krishna. That whatever is happening in my life is happening because Krishna is my supreme father and he knows what is best for me. Third thing, when we start serving Krishna, serving means you're in your home, you can cook food, you can do everything, you can stitch clothes for Krishna, you can read books of Krishna. Whatever you're doing, you are chanting. When you're doing a japa, that is also it's a service to Krishna. You are making beautiful flower garlands, you are cutting fruits, you are serving your family. Even when you're serving your family, that time also you're serving Krishna. Why? Because Krishna is present even in your family members. He is present as the super soul or as a Paramatma in their heart also. So when you're serving your in-laws, when you're serving your husband, when you're serving your wife, when you're serving your children, that time also you are serving Krishna. Instead of having tension or fight with your family members, if you give your love and support to your family members, that also is in a way you are serving Krishna. Then frustrations will not come into your heart. Then you will not be confused, you will not be have any anxiety. And all the above processes, whatever 3 points that I've given, all the above process starts when we start chanting Hare Krishna. So when we start Hare Krishna, then we are able to revive our forgotten relationship with Krishna. You remember in the beginning of our class, we were speaking about how we forget Krishna. Krishna is always there in everybody's heart. But when we come into this material world, we forget him. So, my dear friends, when you start chanting, when you start doing your daily japa, when you start chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that time you will start remembering Krishna all the time. Then you will be able to establish your lost relationship with Krishna. How son, when he comes back after 15-20 years, he's been away from his father, and suddenly when he's in a bad condition and he thinks, yes, my father is my best well-wisher. After 20 years, when the son comes back home and he unites with his father, similarly, when we chant, we will be able to unite with our Supreme Lord. We will be able to unite with our Supreme Father. And when we do that, we will be in the position of topmost happiness. That is topmost happiness. Buying a new sari, buying a new house, getting a new phone, having children doing good in exams, or having a new job, or having a wonderful bank balance will not give you permanent happiness. They will give you happiness, but that happiness will be temporary. What will give you permanent happiness? Permanent happiness will be given to you when you connect yourself again with Krishna. When you connect yourself and you connect that lost relationship with Krishna, forgotten relationship with Krishna, that is the time you will have complete happiness, and that happiness will be permanent. That happiness will not be taken away from you ever. Eternally, that happiness will stay with you. So the picture on the slide says that, oh Krishna, I know you're holding my hand and I know you won't drop me. So here you can have a look at the picture. Here a person is standing on the cliff on a tip of the mountain and he's about to fall down, but he's having complete trust on Krishna and Krishna is holding his hand and he's saying that I know you're holding my hand and I know I won't fall down. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that brings us to the end of our presentation today. Our day, Bhakti Vriksha class, week 4, session 3, we have ended today. I hope it was easy to understand. If you have any difficulty, please watch the recording again. Maybe probably tonight or early morning tomorrow. It will be uploaded on YouTube, and I will also at the same time send the PDF, the presentation on the groups. So kindly go through it. So I want you to all of you to come up with your questions next week. On next Sunday, 4 to 5, we will have a question answer session regarding week 4, or if previous weeks 1 to 3 week, if you have any questions, that also we can take. And regarding the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which we are doing the video, so I have received many videos, yet I have not received from everybody. So those who have not received the videos, I request all of you, just record the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra once. There is no need to recite the Panchatattva. You can just do the Hare Krishna mantra once, and in good clothes, in a very happy state, and with a good light color background, with keeping a phone horizontally, with good lighting, and the camera also should be on the eye level, not very low, because I've been seeing many videos which where the phone has been very low. So you can keep the phone at your eye level and you can record a very happy video, and just once, just recite it once. No need to do it 2 3 times, and no need to do the Panchatattva. So you can just record it once and send it to me, because we are planning probably by middle of May, probably we should be able to do the entire video. So the sooner you send, better it is. I've almost received close to 50 videos as yet. So I request all of you to please send to me as soon as possible.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
We are taking questions, Mataji.
Yeah, 1 or 2 maybe, because even I have to leave today, maybe another 5 minutes. I have to urgently go out somewhere, so won't be able to. So next, anyways, we are taking question answer.
Yeah,
next.
Mataji, Neeta Mataji is here.
Tell me.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Namaskar, Mataji. Mataji, Neeta Mataji is saying that apparently it seems you have blocked her number. So how will she send the video to you?
She can send it me on a personal, my personal number. She can send it to me. No,
No,
if she
that's what she's
sees in the
saying. It's
group,
blocked, I guess she says.
Neeta Dwivedi. Okay, I'll have a look at it. Could maybe would have happened by mistake, but not to send till not to. I think she would be sending on the group.
Mataji, she doesn't have your number.
Okay, would she like to note it down now? She has a pen. Want me to put it in chat?
Yeah, Mataji, you can put it
Yeah,
in the chat.
98408.
Should I put it for everyone?
You can do that.
98408
31195.
31195. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Can we take the next question, Mataji?
Please, please. That's it. Just two questions. Huh? She's noted it down.
Yeah, she's on the phone, Mataji. She didn't see it, so I told her you have to go to the chat.
I'll see her name and I'll send her separate.
Thank you, Mataji. She found it.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Namaskar. So I care for my parents, my father and my mother. I am alone, and my wife is also. Yeah, I'm divorced. I'm my parents. What after they die, after they pass away, what would I do? I mean, would I just, yeah, what is there in store for me?
So you can dedicate yourself to Krishna's service. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, you're somewhere in West Bengal. So probably you should be very actively serving. You can get connected to activities of the temple.
Based
And
out of Kolkata, Mataji says.
he's based in Calcutta. So probably we can connect you someday. I'm not sure when, but we can connect you to somebody in the temple, and you can be actively involved in the serving Krishna. There's so many activities which are there in the temple, and honestly, we are doing this Bhakti Vriksha course. We are doing this Bhakti Vriksha course. So
He'll be very happy, Mataji. He says
yeah,
he's
no, no.
available.
One very important thing I would tell, that now you are doing Bhakti Vriksha course. So once you complete this Bhakti Vriksha course, I don't know whether he's had any guru in his life, whether he has had a diksha or not. Yeah.
Mataji says there was a different guru,
Okay. Yeah.
GM, but he was at a very high position. He was the one who gave me my Tulsi beads. That's happened.
Fine, fine. That's very nice. So already you are initiated. Already you have Guru Diksha. Now once you complete and once your knowledge is complete, so you should try to preach to more deaf people like you. You should like how today the purpose of my taking classes is that all of you who are present in the deaf community, all of you, after you couple of years, you should start spreading Krishna consciousness to other people. You should start preaching like how I'm sitting here today and preaching to all of you. You should make a goal that yes, before I leave my body, I should make 10, 20, 100 people Krishna conscious. So you can help Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was from West Bengal. You should help Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his mission of spreading Krishna consciousness. So there is so much of work to do. In fact, we need all the people all the time. Right? So that is the entire purpose of taking these classes, is to make you all so strong in Krishna consciousness that one day you all start preaching to other devs. So wishing you all the best and all the luck. May Krishna be with you. So thank you so much. That's the end of it today. Let's chant the Maha Mantra once.
Minute, Mataji. Yeah, Mataji, you can.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much. See you next week. Please come prepared with your questions. See the recordings and come prepared with your questions. And those who have not submitted the videos, please do it at the earliest.